This show is to recap everything that's going on in my CFM journey between three leagues. Right now I'm in the ATG. I control the Packers. As you can see, we're sitting at 13-1. I'm also in the OMFL, which is also part of the ATG and the Grown Folks community. I ended up finishing 17-3. Lost in the Super Bowl by 3. We'll get to that league here shortly. And then I'm also in the TUS, where I just finished the regular season week game to get to 16-1. So it's a recap show, just kind of talking about my CFM journey. But let's get in here and look at the box scores from my contest from the Packers versus the Ravens. Let's see, yards gained. I won that concept, the offensive yard, rushing yards, passing yards, first downs. He got me in kick return yards. He also, I was able to get him in total yards gained, in turnovers, third down conversions. I also was able to get him in red zone percentage, red zone TDs. We tied in red zone field goals. I got him, he got me in penalty yards, and then I got him in time of possession. As you can see, at the half, it was a 20-43 game. He actually shut me down in the third, was able to get pretty close, and then we was able to shut him out in the fourth quarter, and also gained one more TD. Looking at player stats, Aaron Rodgers had 113.8 QBR, 214 yards, 1 for 1 TD, 1 pick. No sacks, and he was 15 for 17 for 88%, 12.6 yards per attempt. Rushing, Jones 18 carries, 75 yards, 2 TDs. Dillon had him 5 touches for 12 yards, 2.4 average, and a TD. And then Brandon got him 2 carries for 12 yards, 6.0 average, no TD. Receiving, Ayuk, 4 catches, 70 yards, 17.5. Lazard had him 3 catches for 45 yards. Cobb had him 2 catches for 32. Tanyan had him 3 catches, 28 yards, and a TD. And then we had a lot of single catches for 18 yards for Rodgers, 14 yards for Jones, 7 yards for Lewis, and then 6 yards for Dillon. On the blocking side, nobody got to Aaron Rodgers, so they did their jobs. Tackle leaders went to Amos, Sullivan, and Campbell. Each had 5. Tackle for loss leaders was Clark and Vernon. Each had 1. Clark had him 1 sack on the day. And then there was a 3-way tie at interceptions for Sullivan, Barnes, and Alexander. I think, did somebody get a touchdown? Nope, no touchdown. Forced fumbles, we didn't get any forced fumbles. Didn't really have to hit stick that much, man. We was able to kind of control the narrative from the top. I believe that really was still trying to learn the Ravens roster. He's not a Ravens fan, so he wasn't able to, get him where he needed to be. But, he just recently took him over. The ATG, they actually had some, it's a switch league, so this is a user-based league. So you're not gonna be able to come in here and hide behind rules and crap. You gotta play the damn game. Let's see. I think he just did a community blast. It looks like the ATG is looking for owners in the Steelers and the Texans. Our advanced schedule, which is nice, I will say, is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Unless you message saying, "Oh man, I can't get this game played," or "Oh man, he's waiting till the last minute." Toke is real good at working with you, so you have to go to the Grown Folks OCS.com, I believe it is, and that's where you can register for any of the great leagues that they have to offer in the grown folks community. But other than that, man, let's look at the playoff picture here real quick. As you can see, Panthers are the 1 seed currently, but I want to say if they lose 2, I would take the lead. But anyway, Panthers are 1 seed in the NFC. Bills are the 1 seed in the AFC. That's actually that dude that's running that. But let's talk about the wild cards. If the playoffs would start today, you have the Bengals versus the Jags, the Broncos versus the Patriots, and the Titans versus the Dolphins. It has been rumored that the Panthers lost to the Dolphins, and then they have to go against the Bills next, which, that could be his second loss, but maybe, possibly. Over in the NFC, like I said, Panthers got the 1 seed, the wild card rounds to go. Packers at Vikings, Cowboys versus the Eagles, and the Seahawks versus the Giants. Seahawks is ran by my boy, the Kingpin, and Bills is ran by my boy, that dude, as we all play together in the TUS, which I'm going to talk about here shortly. But that's what's going on here in the playoff rankings. Let's look at the standings. Look at the standings throughout. So this is what it looks like in the AFC North. You got the Bengals and Browns battling for playoff spots. You got the Titans and Jaguars. They're battling for division and playoff spots. Bills lead, but you have the Dolphins, Patriots. All 3 of these teams are fighting for playoff spots. It looks like the Bills may have it. No, not yet. Broncos, Raiders, and Chiefs are all still alive, essentially. In the NFC, we went ahead and cashed in the division. Now we just try and lock up the conference. Vikings is still battling a little bit. You got the Bears right there on their heels, not completely out of it yet, but they got to get it rolling. Panthers, they've clinched their division already, and they're pretty much a lock. Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, everybody's vying for that final spots of playoffs. Also possibly still in the division hunt with the Cowboys. And then the Seahawks got a slim lead over the 49ers. And then you have the Cardinals are still in play a little bit. So that's what the standings is looking like right now. Right now, I got the number 1 defense in points per game, number 1 defense in defensive yards, but my passing yards is a little suspect. Got the number 3 offensive rushing team, got the number 8 offensive points per game, but my passing yards are a little so-so. Offensive ranks, this is what my offensive ranks are right now. 2nd in rushing touchdowns, 3rd in giveaways. I am 4th in 3rd downs, 17th overall rank, 3rd overall rank on defense, 8th in TDs allowed, 2nd in sacks, 6th in takeaways, 7th in red zone percentage. So, we kind of get some stuff done. Let's roll over here to remaining schedule. As you can see right now, we are on a 11 game win streak with 3 games remaining. We got Mr. Smook and the Browns are next. And we got DJ. We play DJ again week 17, and then we get the Lions. Mr. Evets and the Lions in week 18. This game is going to be something to watch because the last time we played was able to snatch the game from him at the last second, and still ain't got a good game. Just saying. So we coming for that jugular the next time. Let's see. And while we in here, let's go ahead and look at let's see what we got going on for for some award nominees right now, man. See what we got going on for some yearly award. So right now, Henry is the leader right now for MVP. Coach of the year is going to the Panthers right now, but yeah, we creeping up. We creeping on the come up there. AFC side, Henry leads all offensive players. Defensive players is going to Sheldrick Redwine, funniest name ever. Offensive rookie going to Najee Harris. Browns got Jeremiah for defensive rookie. Mahomes, best QB. Henry, best running back. Jamar Chase, the best wide receiver. Teller is the best O-lineman. We have Buckner, the best D-lineman. Joey Bosa, best linebacker. DB's going to Mr. Redwine and the Jags. And then Chiefs got kicker with Butker. Let's go to the NFC side. Offensive player of the year. You must want something. What's up?
It's like...
No, you good. Offensive player of the year is going to Barkley. It looks like defensive player of the year going to Harrison Smith and the Vikings. Justin Fields up for offensive rookie of the year. Richie Grant for defensive rookie of the year. Prescott as best quarterback. You have Cook as best running back. You have DJ Moore leading for best wide receiver. Martin for best O-line. You have Donald for best D-line. You have Mack for best linebacker. Smith for best DB. And then best kicker going to Will Lutz. Yeah, so that's what's going on in the award ceremony right now. That's what's going on in the awards. Yeah, man, we hanging and banging in the ATG. Yeah, we hanging. We just gotta finish the job, man. And let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and move on. CFM journey over to the other grown folk league, the OMFL. All right, so right now we're in the off season. Like I said before, fell a little short by 3 on the last second field goal to the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, that's the eyesore right there. Yep, that's the eyesore right there. But in that game, man, I had multiple opportunities. I had multiple opportunities to get the win. We made some bad decisions. Before the half that led to a pick six. We also had some bad defensive concepts that led to conversion late in the game that led to the game-winning field goal at like 3rd and 21. We forced him into a mistake and we didn't capitalize with touchdown. We only were able to tie it. So it was little things like that that led to the game being where it's at. Also, there was like a huge meltdown on FPR in this league. I kind of got myself in a bit of trouble, so to speak. But when I play the game, I game plan for the opponent I'm going against, and nothing more. I don't run cheesy plays. I don't run cheesy concepts. I play to my strengths of my team. And so in this game, we had tallies of how many zones I ran and all this other stuff. Look, if you have weak DBs and you're constantly looking at a sheet, making sure that you're not running over too many percentages and all this jazz, I mean, you're not even playing the game at that point. You know what I mean? Um, so that's why I had to go out and I had to create a new playbook. Now, I didn't create a playbook. I had to um, scratch, certain things from my playbook. And so there's a new playbook I got to learn for the new season. It doesn't have bunch formations. It doesn't have tight formations. It doesn't have close formations. It doesn't have three wide receiver runs because apparently a person can't just game plan and play the game. They have to fall in line with this narrative. And at some point, man, you're not even playing against someone else's strategy. You're not playing against someone else's, against someone else's strengths and weaknesses. At some point, you're just a robot. And so, if there's certain things I call, it's because I'm playing within, you know, the concept of, hey, if you call this play 9 times out of 10, you're going to get burnt. But you do need to make sure you mix it up. You do need to make sure you mix it up. I'm not saying just call the same formations every single time, but that's just it. Even if you call a zone blitz from another play and you're not calling the same one, it's viewed as too much. And so it was a huge blow up, man. I instantly hit the Stone Cold Steve Austin music in my mind. I'm like, okay, I'm a threat. I'm a threat to the very fabric of the league because I went 17-2 before I lost. I went 17-2, made it to the Super Bowl, and I'm restricted. Just imagine if I was set free. Like, it's proof. When I just play the game and I give you every ounce of me, I'm 16-1 in the TUS. I'm 13-1 in the ATG. There's no one talking about percentages. There's no one coming at me about this, that, and the other. And it's just a load of crap, man. Like, just play the game. Like, they'll let someone throw it to the same receiver 10, 15 times, 234 yards. I know if a quarterback's only got 3 to 350 yards, I know that person's well over 70%. Why ain't they getting hollered at? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't that an eyesore? But I play against like the best player in the OMFL, D Money. He's won like 10, 11 championships. And I actually go toe to toe with him in the championship game with the best game plan I know I had. And I'm catching verbals. There's arguments going on. There's this and that. Like, I mean, it's a load of crap, dude. Like, I go to play the game as a release from my day-to-day activities. I play my Call of Duties. I do this, I do that. Like back off. You know what I'm saying? Like, play the game. Like, if you gotta hide behind a set of rules and claim that you great and that you want it fair, what's fair is let the person that knows his personnel play the game. Let his personnel and his game plan dictate the outcome. Now, as long as I'm not rolling out or wiggling and jiggling the sticks, abusing the AI, like, I mean, who cares? Play the game. So, yeah, that's what's been going on in the O this week with me, my journey. Let me just say it that way. For me, my gameplay was brought under question. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I didn't cheat. Not one person. If anybody wants to, say that, oh man, I feel cheated. The only person that can even remotely get close to that is the Baltimore Ravens. But when you send me smiley faces and the cheers, I instantly think, hey, yo, homie, you saying, okay, cool, we good. But then you're going to come in the chat, and then you automatically going to come out as you the victim. Like, that is a problem. Because instead of smiley faces and a cheers emblem, you could have been like, hey, I want to talk to admins first. Then that would have been that. Like, I play this game, I play it as sim as I possibly can with the squad that I have. I went 17-2 before I lost with the Jaguars. Everybody in this league should be ashamed of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where it should be at. That's my thought process. 17-2 with the Jags. Made it to a Super Bowl. Yeah, that was the biggest glow up. Okay. But anyway, moving on. So in the O, went 17-3, lost to the Super Bowl. We was able to win some awards. So let's see, where is it at? I didn't take it down. So let's go to the awards section here real quick, and then we'll go to the recap of that Super Bowl game. As you can see, I had number 7 offense in the league, had the number 3 defense in the league. We was balling this year. We was balling. Okay, we was balling. Well, let's go ahead and look at. All right, from the cats is coming down the hallway. You can hear you. So anyway, let's talk about the NFL MVP. So MVP, man, Mr. Mixon, he won the MVP. Booyah, your boy won Coach of the Year, right? AFC side, Mixon was Offensive Player of the Year. Hey, Andre Cisco won Defensive Player of the Year. Trevor Lawrence was Offensive Rookie of the Year. Cisco cleaned up. He got Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then Best QB went to Tua. Best running back went to Mixon. Best wide receiver went to Tyreek Hill. Best old lineman went to, oh, y'all dirty troll. They took my boy down, dang. Mr. Stanley Hudson was the leader for the most part, but Stanley overtook him in the end. Garrett won the best D lineman. Watt won best linebacker. Best DB went to Bates. Best kicker went to Butker. That was the AFC side. On the NFC side, Zerline, as you can see, was best kicker. Offensive Player of the Year went to Murray. Defensive Player of the Year went to Harrison Smith, who is now a Seahawk. Offensive Rookie went to Mr. Franks. Defensive Rookie went to Mr. Collins. You had, oh my God. You hear this joker, man? Dude is losing his mind. That's what my cat sounds like when he's getting ready to get some food. Like, ridiculous. Murray was the best QB. Best running back went to McCaffrey. Best wide receiver went to Amon Brown. Amon Ra. St. Brown. But you had Zach Martin, O-line, Lawrence, D-line. You had Reddick, linebacker, Smith, DB, and then, again, like I said, Greg Zuerlein was the best kicker. Now, just like, everybody on their shows, their platforms, everybody has their little rant. Let me say this off top, though. Like, if you want a league where you get maximum content, bro, the O is where it's at. I mean, I know there's some other leagues out there like Sold In and all those other leagues out there that put together some really, really fabulous things. I mean, the O is it. Me personally, I just wish certain things, certain aspects of it would change. That way, the player dictates their own team's success and outcomes. It shouldn't be you have this, but then you still have to, micromanage that. Like, I don't want to micromanage this percent, that percent, or this. The only thing I want to micromanage is if I'm kicking your teeth in and I'm getting it done. Or did I make too many mistakes and take an L? That's all I want to micromanage. That's it. That's it. As you can see, our cap is horrible. And our draft stock is going to be a little light. But yeah, so right now we're in free agency 3. I want to say the draft is tonight, or I think Monday 1. I don't know. I think either the draft we'll start our pause draft tonight, and then we'll go live, I believe, tomorrow. That could be the case. I don't know, but if Monday folk won. I know it's pretty close. I was hoping for Sunday to get right back going, but so any of the guys in the O that sees this, man, it's no disrespect to y'all for real. It's just this is my view of my journey and my view and my journey alone. Everybody else's journey is a lot different than mine. I've been in this league for 6 years, and I've had to adjust, and finally, my initial playbook, let me say it that way, my initial playbook was set up well for this league. The AI and the feel of this league, it was right on money. But the only missing piece is that it's not a switch league. It's not a switch league. But again, just like the ATG, you can get over to grownfolksoc.com, OCS.com, I believe, and find a league that fits you, because outside the O, you have the TFL. I want to say that's also another no switch league. You also have ATG and the NBC are your switch and user-based leagues. Now, of course, all these leagues have rules. Now, don't get it twisted. It's not a free-for-all. There's still rules that you have to abide by and whatnot. But there are a couple of leagues in there that actually are switch leagues. If a no switch league is not for you, a no switch league, the O is after the catch, you're able to switch. If someone takes off with the running back, you can switch. But before that, you are almost player lock, but not player lock. You know what I'm saying? You still have that option to switch. It's just when the ball is in the air because someone thinks they have you beat on a certain thing, you can't switch to adjust to it, or switch to the closest man and take a shot at it. And that's what some of these guys need to understand. And then my last thing that I'll say is if there's going to be gray area in rules, that needs to be published and put out there so that way next time when someone does break a rule and it fits within that gray area, then I keep my mouth shut. But if on paper it's not in there and then all of a sudden we make something on the fly, like, no, that ain't going to cut it. Like, no, it ain't going to cut it. Because one person's not getting ready to break the rules, and I'm going to play by the rules, and then all of a sudden everything is supposed to be cool, kosher, and calm and fine. Like, nah, bro. Especially when you throw it into the damn end zone. Like, absolutely not. I know I broke one, but damn it, they did too. Regardless of the circumstances. So, anyway, moving on. Let's go ahead and talk about this game here, shall we? If I can. If they let me. I doubt they will. Let's see. Let's talk. Yeah. Looks like they might. All right, here it is. Super Bowl. This was the game. We had plenty of chances. And we let it slip. I beat him in yards gained. He got me in rushing. I got him in passing. He got me in first downs. I got him in punt, kick return, total yards. We matched in turnovers, third downs. Hey, them 3 fourth down conversions, bro. Them 3 fourth down conversions came on the last drive to actually tie the game up 27-27. I mean, boy, some solid play by my boy Lawrence. Red zone, he got me. We matched in touchdowns. We matched in field goals. Nobody got any penalty yards. And then, of course, time possession went to me. It was my game to lose. Hands down, my game to lose. I had a chance. Had way too many chances. And we let it slip away. And that was because of my game plan. Now, I might not fit the mold of some folks, but at the end of the day, I played solid game plan and I almost won the game. But yeah, so that's it. That's the long and short of my journey there in the O. Let's go ahead and move over here to TUS. Also, if any of my old brethren are watching, if you're a Jaguars fan, kind of keep your eyes up. Because, hey, I don't know how long your boy going to last. I just don't. Just keeping it all the way real. They couldn't give me a couple cycles to go when I think I had Dwayne, Mo, I want to say Dwayne and Mo in my league. They couldn't give me the run in. Now there's now commission's families in there, wins in there, uh, and yeah, yeah, yeah. We gonna see. We gonna see. But I'm coming out swinging. I'm going out fighting. You best fucking believe it. So they might as well go ahead and get ready. I'm coming out swinging. Yeah. Also, last thing about the before we talk about the TUS. Yeah, my corner is going to take a four game ban, and my first four opponents, you better beat me, because if you don't, yeah, saying it live, trash. Anyway, moving along. Moving along. Welcome to the TUS. So in the TUS, man, it's another user-based league, Switch league, where hey, you play the damn game, all right, and that's what it is. Now, of course, they do have rules to get you away from some of them lobby tactics, but for the most part, though, hey, it's even kill. Now, if you do get a good lead, run out the clock. Now, if you're still passing and you're up 30, you're going to get suspended. The Kingpin found that out right off top. He was trying to get one of his challenges, one of his goals. So in the fourth quarter, he thought, "Hey, I'll just throw this pass real quick." Yeah, you two game ban, buddy. Denied. But anywho, man, hey, TUS. I just played against the CPU last night, so let's go ahead and recap this bad boy here real quick. This game got ugly, as you can see in the first half. I literally did not score the rest of the half or the rest of the game. I didn't score. They actually got the momentum and started making some little run, but yeah, bruh, it got ugly. So this is what's crazy. I actually tied LT for the most touchdowns in a single season. I tied LT literally in the first quarter, first touchdown. Tied LT. We go down. Our next, what's that? 31 points. Our next 31 points was all defensive. I don't think it was all set up because of the defense. I want to say we had at least one or two, maybe one pick six, maybe two pick sixes. It got out of hand to the point to where I was literally, I had run clock on at that point because it was over. I couldn't really do anything, so I literally pulled all my starters at the beginning of the second. So I missed out on breaking LT's record because I just didn't want to look like I was stat padding and whatever else. But I really wish I would have broke that record just to go ahead and submit my boy Robinson as that dude. But it's okay. He's tied. He's in the record books. Good luck trying to catch him. But yeah, anyway, I got him in yards gained. I got the CPU in yards gained. Got him in offensive yards gained. They got me in offensive passing, first downs. We got him in punt. They got us in kick return. We got him in total yards. Turnovers, we owned it. Third down conversions, we owned it. There was nobody in fourth. They got a 2-point conversion. They had red zone percentage was better. Red zone TZs was better. They got us some penalty yards, and we was able to hold the time of possession. See if I can get over here to there we go. So offensive stats, man, Trevor Lawrence, he was perfect on the day. He really didn't have to pass. Like I said, it got out of hand, so I just stopped. Just was trying to get out of the game. Didn't want nobody to get injured, so yeah, he had 158, 92 yards, 1 TD. He was 5 for 5. And then Bethard came in, he was 118, 33 yards. He was 1 for 100 yards. There's nothing you can do when you're up 38 to 7 at the half, 14 at the half. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Stop it. 38-7 at the half. Like, just get out the game. Robinson, 65 yards on 13 carries, 1 TD. ETN, 63 yards, 11 carries on 1 TD. 5.7 average to 5.0. B Love got in there late. 31 yards off 13 carries, no TD. And then Johnson got him 1 for 1 yard. Receiving, Chark had 3 catches, 58. ETN had 1 for 143 and a TD. You had Chenault had 1 for 33 yards. You had Jones had 1 touchdown, 27 yards for a TD. Then Robinson had him a catch for 7 yards. Blocking, I don't even think we allowed any sacks. No sacks came through. Our tackle leader for this game went to Ford with 6. Tackle for loss leader went to Brian. I brought him in late in the game, and he shut shit down. Okay. And a sack leader in this game went to Smoot. He had 1, but then we had Brian and Quarterman shared. Then interceptions went to Griffin and Campbell. Yeah, Griffin and Campbell each had a pick, and then I'm almost certain, my boy, we laid the wood. Rudy Ford laid the wood, and we was able to get a fumble recovery. Did we get any pick sixes? Yeah, we got 1 touchdown. Yeah, Tyson Campbell pick 6 on 1. So, I mean, that was the game, man. That was the game to finish the season 16-1. And that's going against users now. Except for, I think, I said this game last week, I want to say 4 CPUs. But the CPU Seahawks was no joke, bro. You'll see that here in a second when I get into them standings. But let's look at the playoff picture right now. Just like in the the Jaguars are the 1 seed. The wild card, if it started today, the wild card right now will be the Browns versus the Bengals, Jets versus the Bills, and the Broncos versus the Chiefs. Over in the NFC, you got the 17-0 Bucks with that dude. He'll be awaiting to see what shakes down in the wild card. If it started today, you have the Niners versus the Seahawks, the Vikings versus the Falcons, and then Washington football team versus the Bears. So there's that. That's the playoff rankings as it stands. Let's see. Get over here. Yeah, I mean, there's only a few more, a handful of games left to go before we are out of here. But let's look at the awards. All right, so MVP going to Henry. Coach of the year going to the Jags. And your boy, it needs to go to me, bro. Like, it shouldn't go to him. It need to go to me. Okay? Let's look at the AFC side. Henry, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year going to Mr. Griffin. Offensive Rookie of the Year going to Schwartz. Defensive Rookie of the Year going to Newsom. Best QB going to Mahomes. Best running back to Henry. Best wide receiver to Hill. Best O-line to Teller and the Browns. You got D lineman Clark and the Chiefs. Bosa and the Chargers for linebacker. Griffin and the Jags for DB. Best kicker going to the Commanders and Broncos. That's where it stands right now. It could definitely change. So let's go to the NFC side. We'll start in the Niners for Offensive Player of the Year, Winfield Jr. and the Bucks for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie going to Lance and the Niners. Defensive Rookie going to Azeez Ojulari and the Giants. You have Brady and the Bucks for Best QB. Mostert and the Niners for Best Running Back. Best wide receiver is Mr. Tony and the Giants. Best O-line is Wirfs and the Bucks. Best D-line is Hunter and the Vikings. Best linebacker going to Mack and the Bears. And best DB is Winfield and the Bucks. Best And then best kicker goes to Santos and the Bears. And that's the award nominees right now as it stands. If the awards were to end today, those would be your winners. But, man, yeah. As you can see, we got the number 3 defense over here. One of the top 5 scorers. Number 1 defensive scoring defense in the league. Number 11 offense in the league. So, yeah. Yeah, we don't let too many people lose. So, yeah. So that's what's going on right there. But, I mean, hey, anything can happen. But, yeah. So, this is the TUS in a nutshell. Nice group of guys that get in, get the games played. I want to say we advanced almost 48 hours. I think 48 hours, man. We rolling. We be jumping, okay? We get through a season pretty quick, and then we get through our games pretty quick, so we can advance almost every 48 hours. So it's almost similar to the ATG and the grown folk community, and yeah. So check out my bio. Check out my bio. I got links to both organizations in the bio, and I'll go in and edit this video and put some links in to where you can apply and join for either of the communities, and see if you can come away with some hardware. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. So that's it, man. Sorry about my rant, but hey, some things need to be said, man. Some things need to be said. But it's your boy Brady, and this has been a Brady recap through my journey with 3 CFMs for now. Could be more, could be less. Ain't no telling what's getting ready to come down the pike. But at the end of the day, bro, it's just a video game. I don't even care, bro. As long as I compete and play hard, that's all that matters to me. Because I know for a fact I'm not doing anything cheesy. And so anybody that thinks so, man, you can miss me with that. Because at the end of the day, you gotta step on the field, and you gotta put your best game plan against my best game plan. Ain't shit about it fair. Not one thing. So, hey, at the end, man, gotta have fun with this, and this is exactly what I do this show for. Because this is fun. This is something for me to kind of vent, but also kind of just recap, man, what's going on. Currently, if I tally all my records, but that's 29-2. 29-2 plus so I got 5 losses and what am I looking at? 36 wins. That's not bad for a season, bro. Like, come on, bro. That's not bad at all. That boy rolling, y'all. It's not a bad record at all for first seasons in 3 leagues. Not a bad little tally. So, and we still got plenty of games to play. So, keep following me, man. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, man, and we'll keep this show fucking rolling. Peace until next time. Brady out.